I wake up sweating and cold and afraid to ever sleep again. The exercises didn't help. The pills don't help. Every night it's the same thing. Every night. I was a happy child. My parents loved me so much. Oh, they pampered me, protected me. Life was a dream. And now it's a nightmare. Nothing stops him from coming for me every night. I can't sleep. Not ever again. It's hopeless. But I keep thinking, why him? Why Batman? Why did he decide to try and drive me crazy? Why not Satan or—
Karen, they don't decide anything. You've made the decision to be terrorized. You create your dreams. There's an element of reality in dreams, but when the dreamer cannot deal with those truths, they become nightmares. Your dreams have revealed an unresolved incident, perhaps some suppressed memories of this Batman fellow. Once you confront the unpleasant reality, I'm certain the nightmares will cease.
Then they'll never end, because I can't remember!
Come here, Karen. I've something I think will help. Your name sounded familiar the first time you came to me 6 months ago. I did a little research and came up with this. You were young, 5 years old. You were missing a week. Immediately afterward, the police said you refused to speak a word of your ordeal. When your parents arrived, you acted as though nothing unusual had happened. A psychiatric evaluation was suggested, but your parents wanted to put the whole affair behind them.
This isn't me. It's someone else. It has to be someone else, because I don't remember!
I'd hoped we could work together to bring the memories back and somehow resolve your conflict, but please, Karen, you were young and frightened. You tried to bury the past, but your mind won't let you.
No!
Karen, please, don't. Hello, Jim. I need a favor. To set up a meeting with a friend of yours.
Oh, little playmate, I cannot play with you. My dolly has the—
Hi, you little dolly. Your mom and dad came through with the cash. Now it's time to get rid of the evidence.
Go away!
Ow!
Go away!
You little punk! See what I'm doing to you, little dolly? Gonna have twice as much fun doing it to you!
Dolly!
Ah! Ah!
Hello, Karen. Your mom and dad miss you. They sent me to find you.
Dolly!
I know I look scary, but I only want to help you.
Can it be true that it happened to me? Even if it did, knowing the truth is easy compared to living it. Oh, it's not your fault. It never was. You were only trying to help. You were only doing your job.
I tried, but there was something you forgot. You left this behind back then. Sorry it took so long to bring it back.
I think I understand now. And it's something I can live with.
Did you take care of it?
Yes. She'll be all right now. The doll was the key.
It had to have been something only a witness to the event would know.
It was as if the doll was the link between the comfortable world she'd known and the terrifying world she'd entered. When she left the doll behind, she tried to leave her memories with it. But memories don't work that way. Do they, Doctor?
Not in dreams.
I know. I have a few of my own.
That year, when I was 10 years old, I didn't want for heroes. In the funny papers, there was Pat Ryan of Terry and the Pirates, with an uppercut and wisecrack for every bad guy. At the movies, there was Errol Flynn as Robin Hood, ready with bow and sword for the worst the Sheriff of Nottingham could offer. In sports, there was heavyweight champion Joe Louis, winning a first-round victory over Max Schmeling, and defeating some Hitler supporters' notions of Aryan superiority as well. And in Gotham City, my city, there was a new and mysterious figure who might have combined a bit of the best of it. The Batman, taking back the night from the evils hidden within its shadows. Then there was my father, Norman Lowell. Brilliant industrial designer, the book said. Kind of a crackpot, they said on the street. My father, absorbed, obsessed, mind always at his drawing board. Even if he wasn't. Bad when my mother was alive, and worse since her death 2 years earlier.
Dad? Can't we go yet? Dad?
In a minute, Robbie.
That's what you said an hour ago. Do you know how boring it gets just staring out this window? Couldn't you design a radio for your office?
Noise is distracting, Robbie. I'll be just another minute.
Dad, you won't believe what I...
Pardon the interruption, young man. I knew someone of your father's dedication would keep late hours. I take advantage to conclude some business.
You're Kolb. I told you I wasn't interested in your business.
I am a military man. It breeds a certain reluctance to accept defeat. So, to be the son of a Norman Lowell. Difficult, yes. Boys dream of heroes, adventure, not of waiting while designs are drawn. But designs, too advanced, too fantastic, often unaccepted in this country. But in a nation of vision like my homeland.
Are you really a soldier?
Airman, actually. When not on special errands like tonight. A flight across the ocean. Does that sound like a good adventure?
Leave the boy out of this, Kolb.
No, he is now part of our negotiations. So we will fill this briefcase with your secret designs, so you share with no one. Send Journey to where your genius will be put to proper use, and your bored little son can have heroes of the Reich to admire.
Dad obeyed without protest. I tried to think what Pat Ryan would do, and couldn't. When Kolb gave me the case to carry, I accepted it as meekly as my father.
Our diplomats have already initiated paperwork covering your sudden shift in allegiances, Mr. Lowell. So there will be no troublesome international incident services. No distractions while you dream up wonders for our war machine.
My wife died during the fighting in Spain. I can't have my ideas in service of death and destruction. That's why some are secret. That's...
Perhaps too subtle for Colonel Kolb. After all, he's using a goodwill tour as cover for kidnapping and murder. You killed an espionage informant this afternoon, Kolb. It kept the police off your trail, but put me on it.
And I have some 9mm allies to remove you entirely.
You couldn't have killed him! Not the Batman!
If I did not, a very long fall did. Up the stairs! Fast! Fast!
What have you accomplished by forcing us up here, Kolb? There's no escape, there's...
But there is! Are you blind to our people's designs, Mr. Lowell? Your building has a mooring mast, and our transportation for the Goodwill tour your Batman found so irritating is exactly what was intended to moor there.
It came out the night like some prehistoric creature. Since last year's Hindenburg disaster, I'd expected any chance to see one of the great airships was long gone. But that moment, the sound of those throbbing engines rising, instead of being thrilled, I was frightened. And as Kolb herded us through the final stage of our ascent, I knew why. We were beyond being saved. What hero could reach us now? Even a Batman, if he survived. What rescue by man or plane could keep us from being shot or plunging to our deaths?
I cross first with the boy and the plans, Lowell. Follow immediately. Try nothing, for his sake.
Then those questions fear made me ask suddenly had an answer. The rest was movement, confusion, isolated sounds. Like the clicking of Kolb's pistol on a clip already emptied. And the roar of a rotary engine. Drowning what might have been a long, long scream. Yes, that year, when I was 10 years old, I didn't want for heroes. And in Gotham City, my city, there was one who might have combined a bit of the best of them. And maybe a bit of those who weren't considered heroes at all.